Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to English with Ikram. Dear students, today's video I am going to discuss a very important topic. Though a bit confusing, but it's very important, especially for your test. ETA, NMDK, CAP, PPSC, FPSC, all sort of teaching job test or any other FIA, army test or ETA or MDK test. This topic is very important. Phrases. I have discussed in one of my previous videos the difference between phrase and clause and different kinds of clauses. Now in today's video, I will discuss 10 important types of phrases. What's a phrase? I have already discussed. Phrase is a group of words that does not make complete sense. And the difference between phrase and clause, phrase is a group of words that doesn't have subject and verb combination, while in clause we have subject and verb. So in today's video, if you want to see the difference between phrase and clause, you can watch that video. I will give the link of that video in the description of this video. You can watch that video for your clear concept of phrase and clause and different kinds of clauses. Let's discuss what are different types of clauses, different types of phrases. For example, we have 10 different types of phrases: noun phrase, verb phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, preposition phrase, gerund phrase, participle phrase, infinitive phrase, absolute phrase, and appositive phrase. These are 10 different very important types of phrases. Let's get started. Number one, noun phrase. What is a noun phrase? A noun phrase is basically a group of words that function as a noun in a sentence. किसी sentence के अंदर जो काम noun का होता है, the same function, the same role is played by the noun phrase. कौन सा function होते हैं noun के? Noun can be a subject, noun can be an object, or a noun can be the complement of the subject. And same are the functions played by the noun phrase. नाउन फ्रेज में हेड वर्ड होता है नाउन, उसके साथ प्री मॉडिफायर और पोस्ट मॉडिफायर होते हैं. हेड वर्ड इज बेसिकली अ नाउन. नाउन इज अ हेड वर्ड एंड देयर आर सम मॉडिफायर्स. मॉडिफायर्स प्री मॉडिफायर भी होते हैं नाउन से पहले, विच आर नॉर्मली द डिटर्मिनर्स, एंड पोस्ट मॉडिफायर्स मे बी सम टाइम एडजेक्टिव एंड सम अदर वर्ड्स. तो नाउन फ्रेज इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स that function as a noun in a sentence. It may be a subject, it can also be an object, or it can also be the complement of the subject. Let's take a few examples for your clear concept. For example, a very common sentence that is normally used for handwriting: a quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. A quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This is a very popular sentence having all the 26 letters. For practicing of handwriting, especially at primary level, this sentence is written for the practice of handwriting, calligraphy. A quick brown fox. A quick brown fox. This is a noun phrase. A quick brown fox before the verb. That's a noun. In this sentence, a quick brown fox, that's a noun. It's functioning as a noun. So it is a noun phrase. A modifier, quick, again a modifier, brown, modifier, pre-modifiers, and fox. Fox is a noun. Overall, this group of words, it's a noun phrase, functioning as a noun. Jumps over the lazy dog. What is that fox doing? Jumps over the lazy dog. So in this particular sentence, a quick brown fox is a noun phrase. Another example, they built what? A huge beautiful home. A huge pre-modifiers, beautiful pre-modifier, home. A huge beautiful home. They built what? A huge beautiful home. So this is a noun phrase, a group of words functioning is a noun, and in this sentence it's an object of the sentence. One more example, a woman in the window shouted for help. A woman in the window. This is a noun phrase. A woman, a modifier, woman noun in the window, that's post modifier. Again, preposition and another article modifier, and then window. A woman in the window, it's an subject of the sentence. And what's she doing? She is crying for help. A woman in the window, it's a noun phrase. After discussing all the phrases, I will practice with some more examples. There will be another video that will be practice of different types of phrases. I hope now the concept of noun phrase is clear to you. Number next, verb phrase. It's a bit simpler. Verb phrase is the combination of helping verb, auxiliary verb plus lexical or main verb. It's very simple. In a sentence, the verb, main verb and helping verb, that is verb phrase. For example, she is writing a letter. Is writing, this is a verb phrase. Is writing. The action played by her, that is writing, combination of helping verb plus main verb, that's a verb phrase. You should respect your teacher. Should respect, helping verb plus main verb. Auxiliary verb plus main verb, that's should respect. I have been waiting for you. Have been waiting. Have been plus waiting, that's verb phrase. You must work hard. Must work, that's a verb phrase. Right? I hope now the concept of verb phrase, that's clear. Number next is adjective phrase. Again, adjective phrase is a group of words that functions as an adjective in a sentence. And what is the function of adjective? Adjective, we have discussed in parts of speech. Adjective modifies either a noun or a pronoun. And same is the part played by adjective phrase. It's a group of words having one head word as an adjective and then modifiers, which normally extremely, quite, very. These are the modifiers normally used with adjective. Head word, and sometimes we have complement as well. For example, let's take some example. The painting is very beautiful. Very beautiful. Painting is very beautiful. Here the word, the group of words very beautiful, telling us more something about painting. Painting is a noun. So this phrase, this group of words modifies a noun painting. It's very, that is a modifier, beautiful, adjective. This pair of words, this group of words, that is adjective phrase. Adjective phrase function as an adjective in a sentence. It tells something more about a noun. So this very beautiful, ये जो phrase है, ये हमें यहाँ पे painting, that's a noun, उसके बारे में बताता है. That's why this is adjective phrase. One more example. After the walk, she is extremely tired. After the walk, she is extremely tired. Here in this particular sentence, extremely tired, that is a group of words, extremely, which is an adverb modifier, and tired as an adjective. So who is tired? Extremely tired. She. She is a pronoun. Again the same function. Here it's modifying adjective, modifying a noun, functioning as an adjective. So this group of words is adjective phrase. I have told you I will discuss some more examples, example of at least 5 examples for each phrase after this concept. This is video on the concept of different kind of phrases with just 2 or 3 examples. At the end of this video, in the next part, I will discuss just examples, just to check your concept, just to assess your concept, right? Next is adverb phrase. The next kind of phrase is adverb phrase. What's an adverb phrase? Adverb phrase is a group of words that function as an adverb in a sentence. And what is the function of an adverb? Adverb normally modifies a verb, another adjective, or another adverb. Adverb normally modifies a verb in a sentence, an adjective, or another adverb. And same is the role played by adverb phrase. Again, adverb as head word plus certain modifiers. Let's take some examples. He handled the issue with care. He handled the issue with care. In this particular example, this group of words with care. Preposition plus noun. This group of words, it's modifying the verb handled. How? Normally an adverb answers the question how, when, where, and same questions are being answered by the adverb phrase. Verb के बारे में, when does an action occur, how does an action occur, and where does an action occur. Action कैसे हुआ, and it tells us the manner of action. He handled how? With care. With care, it's a group of words that's modifying, it's telling something about handled a verb. So this is adverb phrase. Another example, she runs very fast. She runs, it's a verb. And how does she run? Very fast. Both are adverbs. Fast, adverb. Very, another adverb. These are two adverbs, a group of two adverbs, and that is adverb phrase. Another example, we will leave in the morning. Now, in the morning, this is a group of words, a phrase that's telling us more about the time of action. We will leave. When will we leave? Answer the question when. When will we leave? Leave is a verb. When? In the morning. So in the morning, preposition, modifier, then noun. It's a group of words that's telling something about a verb. This action. When will this action take place? कब होगा? कहाँ होगा? कैसे होगा? Action. That a group of words that tell us more about the time of action, the place of action, or the manner of action. There's an adverb phrase. Got it? So here in this sentence, in the morning, it's an adverb phrase. The next one is preposition phrase. It's something very simple. A preposition phrase normally starts with a preposition and it ends with a noun. Noun or pronoun that is object of that preposition. Preposition phrase starts with a preposition and it ends with noun or pronoun which is the object of that preposition. For example, here if you say on the carpet, he is sleeping on the carpet. In the room, it's very simple, I think. On the board, at the board, he is looking at the board. On the sofa, on the chair, in the room, in the pocket. These are prepositional phrases. The next, gerund phrase. It's a bit confusing, especially gerund phrase and participle phrase, because structure-wise both are the same, but function-wise both are totally different. Now students mix gerund phrase with participle phrase. They can't identify which one is gerund phrase and which one is participle phrase. Let's discuss both. Gerund phrase. What is the gerund? Gerund, the structure is V1 plus ing. A gerund phrase normally starts with a gerund. And what is the gerund? V1 plus ing, and it's a noun. The same are the functions played by gerund, which are normally played by a noun. A gerund can also be the subject of the sentence, it can also be an object of the sentence, and a gerund can also be the complement of the subject. But structure-wise, it looks like a verb. कंफ्यूज इसीलिए होते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, इसका जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो वर्ब वाला है V1 प्लस ing, लेकिन काम नाउन वाला है, फंक्शंस नाउन वाले हैं, स्ट्रक्चर शक्ल apparently it looks like a verb V1 plus ing. It functions as a subject in a sentence or as an object in a sentence or complement of the subject. Let's take a few examples, then we will try to identify. I enjoy listening to the music. I enjoy what? Listening to the gerund की या noun की ये भी एक identification है कि it can be replaced with a pronoun. इसको replace किया जा सकता है. I enjoy listening to the music because this gives me pleasure. This आपने replace कर लिया इसको. I enjoy listening, gerund V1 plus ing. Gerund listening to the music, it's a noun. I enjoy what? I enjoy listening to the music. In this sentence, this group of words that start with a gerund, that's a noun in the object of the sentence as a noun. This is a gerund phrase. Another example, walking in the sun is not good for health. Walking in the sun. A group of words that start with a gerund, we will plus ing, and here in this sentence, it's subject of the sentence. Like a noun, it can also play the function of a subject. Walking in the sun is good for health because this can damage the health of the children especially. So, इसको आप रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं किसी भी प्रोनाउन के साथ. This is not good. It is not good for health. So, walking in the sun is not good for health. ये पार्टिसिपल में थोड़ा सा आपको कन्फ्यूजन होगा तो हम डिस्कस करेंगे. तो वॉकिंग इन द सन, अ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड दे स्टार्ट विद अ जेरंड functioning as a subject in a sentence, it's a gerund phrase. One more example, she loves reading books. She loves what? She loves reading books. A group of words that start with reading literary books. They start with a participle and functioning as object of the sentence. She loves what? Reading literary books. So reading literary books, it's a gerund phrase. I think gerund phrase is clear to you. Let's discuss the next one, participle phrase. Keep in mind the gerund phrase. There is a slight difference. Participle phrase, like a gerund phrase, again start with a participle. जैसे gerund phrase gerund से start होता है, participle phrase participle से start होता है. And apparently both are the same. शक्ल दोनों की एक ही है. Participle क्या है? V1 plus ing, present participle, ing form जिसे हम कहते हैं. और पार्टिसिपल ईडी भी होता है. ईडी के साथ ही पार्टिसिपल बनता है जब हम वर्ब के साथ ईडी लगाते हैं. वर्ब के साथ आईएनजी लगाते हैं पार्टिसिपल होता है, वर्ब के साथ ईडी भी लगाते हैं पास्ट पार्टिसिपल होता है. अब दोनों में फ़र्क क्या है? इससे पहले कि मैं पार्टिसिपल की एग्जांपल दूं, आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू व्हाट इज़ द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन जेरंड फ्रेज एंड पार्टिसिपल फ्रेज. अपेरेंटली द स्ट्रक्चर इज द सेम. ईडी को छोड़ के आईएनजी वाला स्ट्रक्चर दोनों का सेम है. बोथ आर having ing with verb. The difference is gerund phrase acts as a noun. Gerund phrase function as a noun. जो function noun का वो gerund का भी होता है. But participle phrase functions as an adjective. जो adjective वाला function play करते हैं वो participle होता है. Let's take a few example, then your concept would be clear. Participle phrase start with the participle, V1 plus ing or sometime ed. The students raising their hands need extra page. The students raising their hands, raising V1 plus ing, participle, raising their hand. Who are raising their hand? The students. So raising their hands, it's a group of words which is modifying, which is qualifying the students. Noun. तो ये adjective वाला function play कर रहा है, but it's again it is started with V1 plus ing, that's a participle. Raising their hands, it's a participle phrase. ये कोई इस सेंटेंस के अंदर कोई नाउन नहीं है, कोई सब्जेक्ट वाला रोल प्ले नहीं कर रहा, ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है, जस्ट मॉडिफाई कर रहा है स्टूडेंट्स को. द स्टूडेंट्स रेजिंग देयर हैंड्स नीड एक्स्ट्रा पेज. कौन से स्टूडेंट्स? दोज हु आर रेजिंग देयर हैंड्स. तो रेजिंग देयर हैंड्स, दिस ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड, दिस पार्टिसिपल फ्रेज इज मॉडिफाइंग द स्टूडेंट्स विच इज अ नाउन. सो दैट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस. Gerund phrase acts as a noun, as a subject, as an object or complement of the sentence. But here, participle phrase, it is functioning as an adjective. It modifies a noun. Another example, the chair made of plastic looks comfortable. The chair made of plastic. This is participle phrase. Made participle. ये verb नहीं है. Verb हो तो ज़ाहिर है पीछे कोई हेल्पिंग वर्ब होते हैं या पास इंडेफिनिट में एक्शन शो हो रहा होता. देयर इज नो एक्शन. द चेयर कौन सी वाली? मेड ऑफ प्लास्टिक. मेड ऑफ प्लास्टिक व्हाट? चेयर. दिस ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स मेड ऑफ प्लास्टिक स्टार्टिंग विद अ पार्टिसिपल, पास्ट पार्टिसिपल, ये क्वालिफाई कर रहा है, मॉडिफाई कर रहा है चेयर को. द चेयर विच वन? मेड ऑफ प्लास्टिक लुक्स कंफर्टेबल. गॉट इट? यहाँ कोई सब्जेक्ट नहीं है, कोई ऑब्जेक्ट के तौर पर नहीं है. इट्स जस्ट मॉडिफाइंग अ नाउन चेयर. द चेयर मेड ऑफ प्लास्टिक. द स्टूडेंट कंफ्यूज्ड बाय द सेशन लुकिंग एट द बोर्ड. एनीथिंग एल्स? इस तरह का. द गर्ल कौन सी वाली? फैसिनेटेड बाय द लेक्चर इज ट्राइंग टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन. Noun, then participle, which is modifying the noun again. Another example, She got an email mentioning about her exam. She got an email. Email is a noun. कौन सी वाली? Mentioning about her exam. Mentioning about her exam. A participle phrase, a phrase that is had started with a participle, but this group of words, this phrase, participle phrase mentioning about her name is modifying email. कौन सी वाली email? Mentioning about her. कोई subject नहीं है, कोई object नहीं है, complement नहीं है. This group of words, this participle phrase is just modifying, just qualifying a noun email. So that is the basic difference between gerund phrase and participle phrase, which are normally intermixed. Student confused होते हैं जब पेपर में आता है कि underline कौन सा phrase है, तो you can't identify either it's gerund phrase or participle phrase. That is the basic identification. Gerund phrase acts as a noun. इसके बाद is होता है, इसके बाद verb होता है. ये मतलब जैसे जो नाउन वाला फंक्शन प्ले या भी आखिर पे एज एन ऑब्जेक्ट आ रहा होता है, लेकिन पार्टिसिपल फ्रेज जो ये जस्ट नाउन को मॉडिफाई करता है. स्टार्ट दोनों ऑलमोस्ट स्ट्रक्चर सेम ही होते हैं, तो वो जेरेंड से स्टार्ट होता है, ये पार्टिसिपल स्टार्ट होता है, तो आईएनजी वाले दोनों सेम होते हैं, बाकी ईडी चले वो आसान है. इज दैट क्लियर? द नेक्स्ट वन इज इन्फिनिटिव फ्रेज. द नेक्स्ट वन इज नंबर 8, इन्फिनिटिव फ्रेज. Infinitive phrase normally starts with an infinitive. Now what is an infinitive? Infinitive is the basic form of verb 2 plus V1. The structure of infinitive is 2 plus V1. The root form, the basic form of verb. It's, I think, very simple. Let's take a few examples. We need to finish the project in time. To finish the project in time. We need to finish the project in time. This is infinitive phrase. A phrase that starts with infinitive. To finish, to work, to eat, to drink, to play. These are infinitives. An infinitive phrase starts with infinitive. She likes to read books. In this particular sentence, to read books, this is an infinitive phrase. I enjoy to drive the car. To drive a car. I enjoy to drive a car. To drive a car. This is infinitive phrase. I think it's very simple, no confusion at all. The next one is number 9, absolute phrase. What is an absolute phrase? It's a bit, you can say, difficult. Absolute phrase, the structure of absolute phrase is modify plus noun or pronoun plus participle. Again, V1 plus ing or ed, both kinds of participles. The structure of absolute phrase is its modifier, any modifier is maybe an article or some other words, then noun or pronoun, and then some participle. And what is the function of absolute phrase? It modifies a complete sentence or a part of a sentence. ये पूरे sentence को modify करता है, ये पूरे sentence को qualify करता है. Let's take a few examples, then your concept would be clear. The sun setting, we walked along the beach. The sun setting, modifier plus noun plus participle. The sun setting, and there is a comma after that. We walked along the beach. The sun setting, and there is another part of a sentence. We walked along the beach. A complete sentence. An independent clause. We walked along the beach, and this, the sun setting, is qualifying, it's modifying a complete sentence, right? Another example, the weather permitting. The weather permitting, they will visit Murray. They will visit Murray. A complete sentence. The weather permitting, modifier plus noun plus participle. This combination, this group of words, this absolute phrase, it's modifying a complete sentence. Another example, his homework completed. Now, another kind of participle. His homework completed, he went out to play. His homework, his modifier, homework noun, completed. Again, it's participle. He went out to play, right? He went out to play, a complete sentence, and his homework completed. This absolute phrase is modifying a complete sentence. Another example, his heart pounding loudly. His heart's pounding. His heart pounding comma, he opened his appointment letter. His heart pounding, his heart noun pounding participle. He opened his appointment letter. He opened his appointment letter, complete sentence, and his heart pounding, this phrase is modifying that complete sentence. This is absolute phrase. Normally this type of phrase is not discussed. The last one is appositive phrase. Again, this is some kind of unique kind of phrase, normally not discussed by the teachers. What is a positive phrase? What is the structure of a positive phrase? And what is an appositive phrase? An appositive phrase normally renames or identifies another noun or pronoun in a sentence. It gives additional information about that noun. Additional, or you can say extra information about that noun. If you just remove that information, the sentence is even then complete. For example, my friend, a noun, a skilled doctor has left for England. Here in this sentence, a skilled doctor, this is a group of words. A skilled doctor is an additional information about noun. It's renaming my friend. It's some kind of extra information about my friend, about noun. So this extra information, if you remove this one, my friend has left for abroad. But this a skilled doctor, it is an extra information about noun. This is a positive phrase. A positive phrase normally renames or identify a noun or pronoun in a sentence. उस सेंटेंस के अंदर जो पहले नाउन होता है या प्रोनाउन होता है उसी को रीनेम करता है, उसी को आइडेंटिफाई करता है, उसी के बारे में कोई एडिशनल इन्फॉर्मेशन देता है. इफ़ यू जस्ट रिमूव दैट एडिशनल इन्फॉर्मेशन, इवन देन सेंटेंस पर कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता. Another example, the girl, an outstanding speaker, has won a medal. Girl, an outstanding speaker. So this additional information, this phrase, an outstanding speaker, this is renaming the girl. This is a positive phrase. A positive phrase normally rename or identify a noun or pronoun in the sentence. So these were 10 different types of phrases which I have discussed in detail with some examples. I hope your concept about all types of phrases which are normally confused. इतने आसान नहीं है, confusing है. Normally you get confused when you are asked to identify, especially adverb phrase, preposition phrase का mix होता है, participle phrase and then gerund phrase mix होता है, noun and adjective phrase mix up होते हैं. तो you have to just look at the function. उसमें function को आपने identify करना है. और मेरे ख्याल में इस session के बाद there shouldn't be any confusion about the types of phrases. Your concept should be clear. Practice it, but in the next video I will write a few sentences and I would ask you to identify. First I will give you 5 seconds and then I will discuss. तो practice के बाद इंशाल्लाह आपका concept मज़ीद clear हो जाएगा. Till then, Allah Hafiz.